Xavier, University of Louisiana Volleyball, getting ready for the 2016 NAIA National Championship opening round, which will be played tomorrow, Saturday, 4 p.m. in the Xavier Convocation Center. The Gold Nuggets will take on St. Francis of Illinois. Here's head coach Hannah Loing of the Gold Nuggets. Hannah, you knew that Xavier had put in a bid to host in the first round, but was there any disbelief Monday when you saw the announcement of the pairings and saw Xavier as a host site?
Sure. I think, having been to nationals or the first round of nationals for 5 years, seeing our name as the host site was surely, a little surprising and really exciting.
In general, when you have the opportunity, is it always better to host in the postseason?
I don't like to think about things in a definitive way, but of course I think that there's always that side of it where you have your home audience, you're on your home court, you have that comfortability of being in your own house, sleeping in your own bed. So yeah, you've got a lot of advantages there.
When you walk on the court tomorrow, it will be 2 weeks since your last match against outside competition. Any concerns about the length of that break, or do you feel like your team is ready? They put in enough good work during the break to be ready for tomorrow?
Sure. I think that we've practiced really hard, and although we didn't necessarily play anybody during that time period, we were able to have very specific practices towards our scouting report on St. Francis, and they were also able to catch up on their studies.
Let's talk about your most recent match, November 5th at Dillard in the GCAC Tournament Championship round against Talladega. You trailed 2-0. You trailed 23-19 in the third set. You took it to 5 sets. You led 13-10, but wait a second. Talladega came storming back, had 4 match points. Finally, Xavier won 20-18 in the fifth. It was an epic fifth set. If times get tough tomorrow, is that a match that you will call on to just to inspire your team?
Sure. I think that we have a lot of great examples from this season where we've been able to overcome adversity or something that we feel wasn't in our favor, and we overcame it. Not necessarily will I only refer just to that one match, but all of those opportunities where we were able to overcome.
You found out Monday that St. Francis would be your opponent. What are your general impressions of the Saints and the data you've collected this week?
They're an experienced team. They play, fast-paced volleyball. It's a little bit different of a style of volleyball than we're used to in the South. However, I think that we've prepared really well for the past 2 weeks and getting to know that kind of system. And I think that they're going to have experienced players. They've had 41 matches this season, so they've played a lot of volleyball together. They know each other really well. That may give them a slight advantage considering we're really young, but I also think that our game is different from theirs, which could be something favorable for us.
This 2016 Xavier team convened for the first time on a Saturday evening in August. It was August 13th. You had 11 newcomers. You had 9 freshmen. You played your first match 6 days later. Compare and contrast where you were then with where you are now.
It's a lot of comparing to do, Ed.
Well, just hit the highlights. What are the biggest improvements you've seen since
Sure.
August 13th?
Experience. It's just getting college experience, playing against opponents. When these girls are in high school, they're the best on their team, they're the best in their league. And when they all come here, they're all the best from their high school leagues. So you have to make that big adjustment of knowing I'm going to be playing against the best of the best. I can't always just swing as hard as I can to try and break through a block. You're not going to be able to break through those blocks or play defense where you want to play defense. You have to make those adjustments. So I think that just getting the last 4 months of experience under their belt has been the biggest thing. They've all grown up so quickly as far as court IQ, and outside of that, they've grown together as a team. You have that 4 months of growing together, knowing each other.
Volleyball will be the first Xavier team in any sport to play host to an NAIA championship match on the Xavier campus. It'll be Saturday, 4 p.m. in the Convocation Center against St. Francis of Illinois. Coach Hannah Loing, thank you for your time and best wishes to you and the Gold Nuggets.
Thanks, Ed.